Are you finally ready, Russell Wilson? Are you ready, Russ?
It's game day.
Russ?
I'm a fan.
Danger Russ?
Hey, welcome to the last cast video segment for the outdoor line here. We just wrapped up the show. We're going to talk some blackmouth gear here. We got Area 9 opening up Friday, Tom's favorite area. San Juan's have been open. Fish has been killer up there. But we need to talk some gear. Tom, you brought a whole mess of stuff in here, but I don't really want to dig into that too much.
This is what happens when you
have issues.
When you have a lot of issues, and you end up with a lot of gear, and you get blinded by all the choices that are available to you to be a successful blackmouth fisherman. You get to the point where you've got to wade through gear to go find gear when really all you need is what you got sitting in front of you, Robbo.
Yeah, I mean, gosh, we've been talking about Lure Jensen green crush flashers on the show and Lure Jensen blue crush flashers. Yeah. Nice thing about these things, they're UV on one side and they got this crackle finish on the one side, which lights up really good underwater. On the other side is glow. So you got the benefit of having both down in the water column. You're going to be fishing blackmouth in 90 to 160, 180 feet of water. You got to have some glow or some UV down there to light things up. This is one of my favorite rigs. This is a 11-inch green crush Lure Jensen Coyote flasher. 31 inches of really heavy leader.
Talking 40 to 50, yeah.
This is 50. I run 50 and 60.
Yeah, I love 50.
With a silver horde, ace high flight, needlefish, hoochie on here.
That's a green spatterback.
Yeah, these things are great. Probably green splatterback and blue splatterback are my two favorite colors. When you rig up one of these, nice thing about these, it's all in one. You get your twinkle skirt, your hoochie, everything all in one here. You want to run some beads. These are glow beads. I've got 3 of them. If I can get this thing out of here. 3 of them rigged up ahead of the hooks. That gives you some spacing, okay? So that your hooks are hanging out right at the back of this ace high fly. If you have these way up inside the ace high fly when a fish grabs it, a lot of times they'll grab towards the back of it. They're going to miss the hooks. This way they're grabbing right over those hooks and you got them. And run some glow beads. That makes it light up a lot better down on the bottom. A couple of 3/0 mustad hooks, good to go. Tie them real tight, and you want to tie them so they're facing opposite directions. If you're both facing the same direction, fish grabs it, it goes the wrong way, you're going to miss them. This way, you got them. You're going to get most of them that bite.
You're going to get most of them, and that's a great rig and very expertly done. One other thing,
it's a great one in the summer and for coast.
Another thing I want to point out here is this leader's made off to just a simple barrel swivel.
Yeah.
So then if you go to switch out your gear, bang, you got to switch out on that corkscrew swivel. If you tie your hoochie rigs with just a loop knot on the end, that's fine. It'll get the job done until you get that big blackmouth on there that's going to pop your gear.
Yeah.
So most of the swivels that you see on back of flashers, they're designed to accommodate a barrel swivel. So don't get in the habit of tying knots or using loops as your leader finish.
Yeah, you get a pinch, you can do that, but I like to run a big rolling swivel in there.
Absolutely.
And
so now on the simplicity front here, you've got a real simple spoon rig. We talked about this on the show, Robbo. If you need to become a gear specialist and just run one type of gear, and you know what, can you tie these hoochies up? Yeah, but you know what, it's somewhat time consuming. Right here, we're talking about tying a knot to a swivel, tying a knot to the spoon, maybe changing the hook out.
Everybody's running spoons now. I just got a report from Vancouver, the guys from Bon Jovi Charters up there. Oh, they run spoons in the winter now. Nick Castor, we had Nick on from All Star Charters today here in the Puget Sound, running spoons. The guys in the San Juan Islands, running spoons. You got your guys fishing bait. Of course, you're going to have your moochers and all that stuff out, but if you're trolling, this is about as easy as it gets. Now, I want to talk specifically about this rigging. Again, blue crush, green crush, glow on one side, UV on the other. This is 42 inches of 30-pound Seagar, okay, down to a white lightning spoon. This is a Kingfisher light spoon. You can put a little bend in this, make it work a little better. Now, Tom, something you and John Martinez have been doing, you've been running 5/0 hooks on your spoons. Now, normally you wouldn't run a big hook on the spoon. You'd think it might kill the action a little bit, and it does deaden it a little bit, but if you put these little bends in your spoon, you can keep that action, and you've got the holding power of that big hook on your spoon to hold those fish. This is white lightning, so you got yellowtail, white lightning, probably Irish cream and cookies and cream are going to be your 4 main spoons in a 3-inch or 3.5 inch.
Kind of a new one is that T-Rex.
And T-Rex is another one. It's made to mimic squid here in the Puget Sound.
So a lot of people forget too that these flashers are 11 inches long. A blackmouth, 22-inch blackmouth, 2 flasher lengths. You've got this rig tied up where you've got 4 flasher lengths right there.
Yeah.
So keep in mind, you can also relate your leader size to the size of the flasher. That helps just as a quick reference. So in general, you can fish a longer leader with a spoon than you can with a hoochie, because the hoochie Robbo is completely dependent on that flasher for its action.
Yeah, and you want to tow hard on the hoochie, and the reason why you're running that really heavy leader is to give that hoochie some action on there, so it translates back to the hoochie. I'm calling this a hoochie, it's an ace-high fly.
Yeah, ace-high fly, same thing.
And run a pretty short leader. You know, we used to use pretty long leaders with these, but guys are running, this is a 31, guys are running 27-inch leaders, pretty short leaders, towing pretty hard, 2.5, 3 miles an hour. Keep this thing rotating, keep that flasher spinning, and you're going to get bit. There's a couple great rigs, and really, you don't need to do too much more than that to go out and catch blackmouth here in the Puget Sound right now.
Amen. We'll see you next week on the Outdoor Line.
Thanks for watching.